What's up, YouTube? You're probably watching this video because you saw that Microsoft announced a couple of new hardware things coming out and you're looking for some clarity. So let's dive into that right now, focusing on the Xbox One S. For those of you who don't know, during the press conference yesterday at E3, Microsoft announced a slew of new things that come to the Microsoft family, number one being a console in August. This is not a new system in the sense of a more powerful, robust, and individual games family. This is a system that will play the games identically to the Xbox One that you have right now, but there are a couple things to note about the key differences between the current Xbox One and the Xbox One S that you may be getting. Number one, it's 40% smaller and has a built-in power supply. Thank the heavens above, I can finally fit an Xbox One into my backpack. I mean, this was such, I get it, man. That Red Ring of Death, no bueno, needed to make a big box. So I'm glad that they found a way to essentially slim it down 40% smaller. The second thing that they're implementing is HDR games. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean the games are going to look better, but they're going to have better color contrast in how they are presented. So the colors are just going to pop more on your screen, and that is a benefit. There have been reports from the Coalition, makers of Gears of War 4, that have said that it has allowed for better FPS consistency, but that's yet to be proven on a larger scale, and I don't want to give the feeling that this console would be more powerful, though I think it's right to assume that newer means better. But I don't want to go down that road too much in this video. You will also have 4K video supported, so these games will not be in 4K. They're not going to be upscaled to 4K. It's just for Netflix services, for instance, where you can stream 4K video. You can now do 4K video output from your Xbox One S to that 4K TV you probably don't own. But hey, if you do, congratulations, this is a great upgrade. It also has an IR blaster on it, making it still a central hub for media entertainment within your home, and continues to keep the HDMI input in and HDMI input out feature for cable boxes and other connectivity. It does not, however, have a Xbox One Connect support directly, so there is no Xbox One Connect port on this console, though they have said for existing Xbox One owners who have an Xbox One Connect device that they would provide a free adapter valued at $50. Now, how we get this adapter is yet to be rolled out, but they have publicly stated that they will have a system in place to make sure you aren't punished for being an early adopter of the original Xbox One. Lastly, probably the most important feature about this console, it can stand upright. No more of this laying like this. You can save your desk space and stand your console straight up. We've been asking for this all day. No, really, it's one of the most notable features, but also one of the most useless ones in my opinion. But they also rolled out another controller, or a new updated controller. Now, this controller features a textured grip on the bottom, very similar to the textured grip of the current Xbox One Elite controller. And let me tell you guys, it is the same price, $60, as the current controller, and it is well worth it just for the textured grip alone, in my opinion. It also supports now Bluetooth protocols versus just the Xbox One proprietary protocols, meaning that going forward, we may see compatibility with an Xbox One controller and an iOS or Android device as a controller that would be functional and work with those. We may also see this controller being able to connect to more devices wirelessly without a specific wireless adapter or without a direct USB micro connection, which makes this controller a lot more versatile, and I think it helps with that future thinking of devices that Microsoft wants to connect with. Outside of the Xbox One S, they also announced some information about Project Scorpio. What Project Scorpio is essentially is a much more robust and powerful system. From what we know, it will be very capable of VR and 4K gaming, as it does have the regular specs of a 980 Ti and just a teraflop formation of the power that this thing can output. Now, I don't want to dive too much into this within this video, so I'll save it for another time, but keep your eyes peeled. If you currently own an Xbox One and you're asking yourself if you should upgrade to the Xbox One S, that's really a personal question that you have to ask, but at a price point of $299.99 USD, it's pretty much at par with the cost of the existing Xbox One right now. So to answer that question, if you own an Xbox One, should I upgrade to an Xbox One S? Personally, I would say no. You know that Project Scorpio is right around the corner next year, and if you want to buy into what is truly the more powerful console, then you should wait till that release. I will be upgrading mine just due to the fact that I would really like a slimmer console, and I do travel with my console quite often, so there is a convenience factor. Plus, trading in my console plus a couple other things, I could probably get it relatively cheap or for $50 and really not think too much about the upgrade. So with what I have in gaming stuff that I can take to GameStop and really flip over for cash, it makes sense for me to do this right now anyways, that is the news for the new Xbox One S console. If you guys have any questions about it, please let me know in the comments below, and I will do my best to answer them with the information that I have at my fingertips. If you guys do need anything else from me, let me know, because I know that a lot of things are coming out at E3, and I have taken the time to dive into most, if not all of it. So throw me your questions, your comments, your concerns, and I will address them each individually. It's been a quick video with KB Cooper from Project Forge Productions. If you guys like this video, please comment, like, subscribe, buy a break. I don't care, as long as you do something with it. This is KB Cooper, and I'm out. Peace.